여러분 안녕하세요. 골디입니다. 저는 지금 스리랑카 콜롬보에 와 있습니다. 1화 영상 보신 분이 먹방 시작했어요? 이러시는 분이 있는데 네, 먹방만 1화에서 보셨죠? 저는 지금 품위 있는 월경에 관한 국제트레이닝에 참석하기 위해서 스리랑카에 와 있고요. 5일간 월경에 대한 공부를 무궁무진하게 하는 중입니다. 월경에 대한 강도 만들어보고 세계 각국의 월경 차별의 사례를 보기도 하고 월경 장애가 있는 사람의 월경권 그리고 월경과 성소수자 완경에 대한 준비 월경과 재생산권 월경과 성교육 어떻게 할 건가 뭐 여러 주제가 섞여 있었습니다. 저의 통찰은 다음 화에 좀 나눌 예정이고요. 오늘은 이 프로그램을 개최한 국제 트레이닝을 연 품위 있는 월경에 관한 남반구 연합의 설립자이기도 하고 네팔에서 이 일을 오랫동안 해오신 라다 박사님 이야기 먼저 들어보실게요. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Radha activist, and founder and CEO of Global South Coalition for Dignified Menstruation. It is a global network for changing the narratives around menstruation from 5 days bleeding to life cycle of and from hygiene to dignity.
Okay. So what do you do about dignified menstruation in locally and globally?
We have been working on dignified menstruation in 2 levels. At the national level, we have a dignified menstruation campaign Nepal, which is a national network. Through that network, we mobilize more than 40 organizations across the country, and then we train them, coach them, mentoring them, provide the seed money for campaigns, and also do the research. And we have the pad factory where we produce 2 types of pad. One is a biodegradable disposable pad, the other one is reusable cloth pad. And at the meantime, at the national level, we constantly lobbying, advocating with the government, particularly with the Ministry of Women, Children and Senior Citizen, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Water Supply, because these 4 ministries are more relevant with the dignified menstruation. So we are working for changing the policies and reinforcement the policies and implement the policies. This is how we have been working. At the global level, we have been mobilizing more than 85 organizations across the globe. We have chapters in different countries, different regions, and then we do the research. We conduct the virtual trainings, virtual fellowships, and also we provide the virtual guest speech. Actually, before the COVID, I travel, but after the COVID, I don't like to travel because people are so much familiar with the virtual world. That is why I prefer to do the virtual guest speaking or delivering the keynote speech, inaugural speech, something like that. And on top of that, I have been speaking in dozens of universities all around the globe. And then if there is partners or collaborators interested to host the physical training like this, we also conducted the physical training. Last year we came here in Colombo to do the trainings, and this is the 4th one in Sri Lanka, but this one is the global audience. Global participants are coming from the different parts of the globe. They represent 13 countries, but last year whatever we have done for the NGO leaders in Sri Lanka, across the Sri Lanka. And then the most important thing in both the national and the global level, we initiated the International Dignified Menstruation Day for the 8th December, because we believe that the menstrual discrimination is widespread. Menstrual discrimination is a form of sexual and gender-based violence, and it is also a cause and effect for the other forms of sexual and gender-based violence. And at the meantime, it is the violation of the human right as well. That is why we picked up the 8th December to celebrate our menstruation, our existence, and our existence for last 3 million years. And every 8th December, our partners in Nepal and globally, they have been doing so many activities. But as a founder and secretariat office of Global South Coalition for Dignified Menstruation, we keep organizing the grand event in different parts of the world. And this year, December 8 will be the 6th International Dignified Menstruation Day, and then we will be hosting two big programs, one in Nepal and the other one in Boston, USA. And through this your interview, I appeal to everyone who passionate, committed for the equal and just society to join the hands for the dignified menstruation.
Thank you so much. So, next, what is the main goal or objectives of this training?
The main goal of this training is to build the capacity and to build the other layers of the leaders on dignified menstruation at the global level. And in the meantime, we also like to extend our network for building the movement around dignified menstruation, and there is no doubt we also like to leverage the resources, knowledge, experiences through this capacity building program.
Now I believe too. Yeah.
Thank you.
And what is your future imagine if we can make the world with dignified menstruation?
Actually, if we would make the world dignified menstruation friendly,
Yeah.
that means dignified menstruation at home,
Yeah.
at school,
Yeah.
at community,
Yeah. At
at
work.
workplace, and even in the parliament. So if we would able to make that kind of atmosphere, the sexual and gender-based violence will be decreased, and the sexual and reproductive health will improve,
Yeah.
and then the human right will promote,
Yes.
and then we will live in an equal and just society. There is
Fantastic. How fantastic, right?
yes, but this is the dream, and then this menstruation exists in this universe for last 3 million years, and we never discuss. We talk about the human right, we talk about the women right, we talk about the SRHR, we talk about the preventing or response of sexual and gender-based violence, but we never see, we never unveil the different types of menstrual discrimination, and is in fact systemic and symptomatic impact of the menstruators and non-menstruators we never discuss. And if we discuss in that way, the future is really very bright and very optimistic, and the next generation, our daughters, our granddaughters will not suffer as like us now.
Thanks for making that way. And my final question is that there are no visible discrimination customs in South Korea, but I feel there are still invisible menstruation discrimination in Korea. So, do you want to say something to Korean society about this?
Yes. When we talk about the menstrual discrimination, often the scholars, the activists, the academicians, the concerned stakeholders said, oh, we don't have a problem, because they are looking for the visible forms of the menstrual discrimination. But there are so many invisible types of menstrual discrimination across the globe, regardless of the religion, the education, the development of the country, and we never talk about it. For example, if we don't talk about the menstruation at family, among the family members, or between the father and daughter, mother and son, or between siblings, like between brother and sister. So this creates the silence and also fuels the ignorance, and then the people start to think about the differently. The rumors, the myth, the misperception, misconception keep evolving, and then people start to think, oh, this is my pride, this is my prestige, this is my religion, this is my tradition, and this is how we are suffering right now. I read many reports from South Korea. There is the issue of the gender-based violence, there is the issue of the reproductive health, there is the issue of the menstruation, because people don't like to buy or don't like to talk about the menstruation publicly, and there is a issue about the invisible types of the menstrual discrimination in the school, at home, even in the community. Even there is no very specific policies on menstrual discrimination. That is why I appeal, I invite all the Korean friends to work on dignified menstruation, because dignified menstruation is a matter of the human right. It's everyone business. Because of the menstrual discrimination, not only the women, the girls, women, trans men, queer, and everyone of this planet are affecting directly and indirectly. And sometimes we can see the impact right away, sometimes not. And if you see the statistics, the most of the menstruators or women are not in the decision-making position. We always have to arguing, fighting, protesting with the different stakeholders to claim our space. If we start to speak on dignified menstruation in South Korea, we can expand our space in political discourse, in peace, in security, and everywhere.
Thank you. Thanks for everything. Especially, I really appreciate you having me here to allow me to participate here. I think there was no Korean participants in this program before, and let me deliver your contents and your observation or your perspective, and let me deliver my insight from this training to my society.
Very good.
I
Thank you.
really appreciate it.
Then I have a very deep respect to you, to Inli. You born in the very privileged society, and then you choose the very disadvantaged society, and then
It was not because of this disadvantaged society, because I love Nepal only.
you believe on humanity, you believe on the cause, and you choose such a backward society, and I really have a very deep respect to you and your team. And thank you very much, and please continue the work whatever you have been doing. We met Sindhu in Delhi airport, and then we had a short conversation, and I know about the girls, the mothers, even the entrepreneurship, the
Sewing
sharing.
corporation.
Yes, and I love it.
It makes profit now.
Yeah,
and
and
profit goes to project.
Yes,
It's
and
kind
then,
of sustainable.
and my sister also very much impressed, and they have already exchanged the
Oh, I didn't know that.
exchange the phone numbers, and because we have the card factory in Chittagong, and your team members can visit the card factory, the schools, while traveling to Kathmandu by bus, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So we already started
You are
the kind
planning.
of yes.
Thank you very much. Even thank you very much for giving me the chance to interview you.
Thank you. You are so much beyond the box, and then you capture the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. Give me a hug.
Oh yeah, thank you. And see you tomorrow.
Yes.